This is the CBS Entertainment Report. Some of us are still in that post-Oscars haze, while others, they're getting right back to work.
And you all?
We just came here to play. Here, I'll show you.
Just straight-up creepy stuff from Michael B. Jordan and Jack O'Connell in the now Oscar-winning Sinners. O'Connell officially on board for A Quiet Place Part 3. Producer John Krasinski will be back to write and direct along with his wife Emily Blunt. That comes out next year.
Just like we always wanted.
And as far as newly minted Best Actor is concerned, Michael B. Jordan will flex his directing chops and acting too in the remake of The Thomas Crown Affair. For CBS Entertainment, I'm Matt Wolf.
Hey, it's CBS News business analyst and certified financial planner Jill Schlesinger. Follow and listen to Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're loud, we're proud, we're blue. WGNS AM and FM, your home for the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you.
Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Recycling isn't just about tossing materials in a bin, it's about knowing which materials are accepted. Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
People are putting hardwood throughout the whole house. That's up to you. That is a good trend today. The finishes on the products are more durable than a real wood, so they are stronger against damage.
Murfreesboro City Tile and Floor Covering can add wow to your home.
Make your house a wow house. City Tile and Floor.
City Tile honors area teachers who go the extra mile. If you have been touched by a special teacher, take time to put it in writing and tell WGNS.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there. Fun lovers and truth seekers, welcome in to Rutherford Issues here on News Radio WGNS. Happy as a clam to have you along for the ride today. Here on Rutherford Issues, we've got some sunshine out there, but boy, is it still chilly. Goodness gracious. I'm ready for spring and to stay spring. How about you? I don't know about all this cold weather. It's, I've had enough. I saw someone on Facebook that said this had to be one of our harshest winters. Do you think this past winter was harsh? Or the harshest? I think we had a rough winter, but I don't know if it was the worst that we've ever had. The ice storm was obviously not the most fun. But we didn't have to deal with as much of the ice storm as, our neighboring counties, Williamson and Davidson, and out toward the southwest. But it was certainly rough enough. Don't want to see that anytime soon, right? But was it the roughest winter? It was pretty chilly, too, this winter. But I don't know. I guess that's all in perspective. I know I'm done with it. That's all I can say. Very cold last night. Boy, I'm talking about we're having to bring out the big jackets again. A look at that weather forecast. A look at our warm-up. Are you ready for that? I'm ready for the warm-up and to stay warm We can take maybe 60s every now and then. I'm being very selfish. Nothing lower. But we do have a warm up on the way. Chance of showers here or there. We'll take a look at that full forecast in just a second. First things first, though, let's talk about today's WGNS SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day. Our good neighbors today, it's two, Tammy Sands and John Oakley. They're today's good neighbors of the day, SRM Concrete good neighbors, for their work in teaching over 3,000 in Laverne, teaching students their martial arts and discipline. So Tammy Sands and John Oakley are getting a free drink of choice from 7 Brew drive-through coffee in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, or Laverne. Congratulations to Tammy Sands and John Oakley. The SRM Concrete Good Neighbors of the Day. SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known, and proud to shine the light on the folks who make a real difference right here in our own community. Nominate someone by texting the word neighbor, NEIGHBOR. Text neighbor to 615-893-1450, or just head over to wgnsradio.com/good neighbor to get that to us. Okay? So that'd be a great way that you can help us out. Let's see. Birthday Club. We celebrated lots of birthdays. Nicole Carruthers was the winner today of the banana pudding from Slick Pig. So, Nicole, congratulations. Enjoy that delicious banana pudding from Slick Pig. They're over at 1920 East Main. Stop in and visit with our friends over there, the Robinsons. Been doing business for 30 years right here in Rutherford County. So we appreciate them, and thanks to everybody who call in birthdays each and every weekday morning. You can do that too. Just get them called in sometime or text. You can text really any time, but call in the mornings, each weekday morning. We'll get it on. We do that announcement about 8 o'clock. We kind of say 7:30 is kind of our deadline to get all that in. Okay? So that's all pretty easy. Well, we said we're going to take a look at our forecast, but first of all, some business news.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Huge tree.
Most airline CEOs are calling on Congress to end the month-long partial government shutdown and restore pay for Transportation Security Administration workers. TSA employees missed their first full paycheck Friday, and CBS News has learned hundreds have quit. Costco is recalling its meatloaf and Yukon potatoes with glazed meal kits in nearly 30 states and territories because they could be contaminated with salmonella. The wholesale retailer says a supplier recalled one of the ingredients used in the meatloaf. And guests can save some green this St. Patrick's Day. Customers who wear green to Krispy Kreme can get a free green original glazed donut. I'm Jesse Mitchell.
All right, it is a little St. Patty's Day. This is the only thing green I could find. But all green on the big board, which is good today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up right now, 209 points. It's 47,155 where we're at the moment. S&P is ahead 29 at 67.29. NASDAQ up 100 at 22,475.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
A look outside the studios of WGNS. What does that say? 29 degrees. We're a little warmer than that now. We've warmed up to 30. Boy, it's a heat wave. 30 degrees in Murfreesboro, 29 in Smyrna. Let's get your forecast details.
For this afternoon, Brian, despite a good deal of sunshine, temperatures staying on the cooler side of average with lower 40s for highs this afternoon. Winds will be out of the northwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Increasing cloud cover then for tonight, but gradually clearing skies into your Wednesday. For tonight, a low of 27. We improve to the mid-50s for highs midweek Wednesday. And Thursday, trending even milder, back up to a high of 69 degrees. I'm meteorologist Michael Caro.
Thanks, Michael. And how about a look at our Rutherford weather radar? We've got the satellite pulled up here, and we can see cloud cover moving off of the Cumberland Plateau, skirting to the east, leaving us with clear skies and sunshine. The top video that's going right now is of I-24 west of Sam Ridley Parkway at mile marker 65.9. And traffic moving along well, clear skies out there. Going to have a clear and beautiful day today, and warming up more than we were yesterday, which is obviously good. Boy, I saw some snow reports of like down in Manchester and up on the plateau, about an inch or so of snow. We missed out on that, thankfully. I'm thankful. I don't know about you. But we do have a slight chance of some precipitation coming up tomorrow. And could change over to a little bit of snow early on, so early in the morning. But then we're going to get that warm-up going. The weekend, let me just give you sunny, 79 Saturday, sunny, 82 Sunday. Yep, how about it? I'll take it. Some great weather coming up this weekend. That is a look at your Rutherford weather forecast. Don't forget to check us out on the Rutherford Weather Channel. We're keeping you updated there during impactful and severe weather. We're live on the channel. We are tracking storms. We did this the other night for a couple of hours when we had those severe storms roll through. Thankfully, no damage here, but we have some live cameras out there. Got all the TDOT cameras we can pull up. Live instant radar. So we've got all of that for you on Rutherford Weather. So be sure to check it out. RutherfordWX.com is our website. It's got links to the social platforms. I heard a lot of people say, I watched on Facebook, but I wish I could see it on the, a little bigger. Well, you can watch on your iPad or your computer. That's one way. But if you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and all of that's free, cost you nothing, but it means the world to us. If you like and subscribe on YouTube, well, you can pull it up. Just go to the YouTube app on your television. You can pull us right up from there. And you can watch all of the coverage that we've got for you. So be sure to check that out. At Ruco Weather, RUCO Weather, on any of the social platforms is where you'll be able to find us. And like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell everybody about Rutherford Weather as we keep you updated on the very latest.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Well, Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. And thanks to Sharing Change, MTE members can round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support local nonprofits. You can find out more at how that works at sharingchange.org. And our coverage on Big G TV presented by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, offering over 20 specialties, several locations around the city, and more than 900 associates dedicated to your health. For quality care that fits your life, choose MMC. Here's your world news.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
Emmy McCormick, the director of the National Counterterrorism Center, says he's resigning effective today over the war in Iran. CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace reports.
In his resignation letter to President Trump, who had appointed him, Joe Kent says he cannot in good conscience support the war in Iran, which he says posed no imminent threat to the U.S. Kent says it is clear we started the war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. He tells Trump he he can reverse course or allow the U.S. to slip further toward decline and chaos.
The counterterrorism center he oversaw analyzes and detects terrorist threats. European leaders say they want the Trump administration to explain its goals in the Iran war before committing to sending any warships. EU policy chief Kaja Kallas.
We are allies with America, but we don't really understand their moves recently. So we haven't been consulted and we don't really understand what are the objectives of this war.
Britain is discussing with allies the possibility of providing mine-hunting drones. There's been wild weather across the country, from blizzards to tornadoes to extreme heat. Leonard Birch lost the roof of his business in Charlotte yesterday.
I'm a firm believer. I mean, things happen in mysterious ways, and God's always in control. I'm just happy that my people were safe, no damage to any major equipment or anything. The roof can be repaired.
CBS's Dave Malkoff has more from Atlanta.
Millions of people across the South who are under a freeze warning right now. And out west, we have the opposite problem. We also have a heat wave. In California, it could be in the hundreds today, and Phoenix could set a record.
There's been a stunning blow to Pope Francis's legacy, and Vatican prosecutors who had prosecuted a cardinal and several other people on alleged financial crimes.
I'm Vicki Barker at the Foreign Desk in London. In a stunning reversal, the Vatican Appeals Tribunal has just declared a mistrial in what had been called the Vatican's trial of the century, throwing out the 2023 embezzlement conviction of Cardinal Angelo Becciu. It's ordered a new trial, now set for June 22nd. The tribunal ruled that the late Pope Francis and Vatican prosecutors made procedural errors when Becciu became the first ever cardinal to be tried by the Vatican's criminal court.
This was a mysterious sound shared by the National Weather Service in Pittsburgh. It comes from a video of a meteor racing across the sky. It prompted a loud boom over Cleveland. Some worried it was an explosion. On Wall Street today, stocks are higher. This is CBS News.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
For 50 years, Maples Realty and Auction has helped Tennessee grow one sale at a time.
This is Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction. We help people buy and sell the trusted way through auctions that deliver results.
When it's time to buy or sell, trust the name your neighbors know.
Auctions are a fun and easy way to buy real estate. At Maples Realty and Auction, we do it all, from listings to auction. Put our auction team to work for you today.
Maples Realty and Auction. Our people, that's the difference.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Sold Maples Realty and Auction.
Hey there, it's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, I've seen firsthand how they go above and beyond. They have the Gateway and Memorial Boulevard locations, along with 9 more across Middle Tennessee. They make it easy to get the help I need, and I can always talk to a real person. That's a big deal nowadays. That's why I trust First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. They're always there when I need them.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS. And here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Tuesday, March the 17th, 2026. In a homicide investigation that stretches close to Rutherford County, Metro Nashville police say 26-year-old Kiera Timmons, whose last known address was in Laverne, was found dead Saturday morning inside an apartment on Brittany Park Drive in Antioch, near the Davidson-Rutherford County line. Detectives believe Timmons may have been strangled, and early evidence points to a possible domestic connection. Police say concern grew late March 14th when a friend contacted Timmons' sister, worried about her safety. Officers responding for a welfare check found her body wrapped in a white blanket inside the apartment just 2 days after her 26th birthday. No arrests have been announced, and anyone with information is urged to contact Nashville Crime Stoppers. Meanwhile, drivers in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and all across Rutherford County are dealing with rising fuel costs. Tennessee gas prices jumped 31 cents in the past week, bringing the statewide average to $3.34 per gallon. In Rutherford County, regular unleaded is averaging about $3.32, close to Nashville and slightly above neighboring Bedford and Wilson counties. AAA spokesperson Megan Cooper says continued uncertainty in the crude oil market is pushing prices higher and warns more increases could follow if global supply concerns continue. Diesel is also climbing, with Tennessee's average now at $4.92 per gallon, adding even more strain for drivers already feeling the squeeze at the gas pump. Rutherford County leaders say the fight against opioid addiction is showing measurable progress, with overdose deaths dropping by more than 50% in recent years. Commissioner Craig Harris says the improvement follows a multi-year strategy focused on prevention, enforcement, and recovery programs across Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and the rest of Rutherford County. The county joined a class action lawsuit against pharmaceutical manufacturers independent of the state, securing about $575,000 each year. Combined with Tennessee's broader opioid settlement funding, officials say Rutherford County now has roughly $1 million annually dedicated to addiction response. Since 2021, more than $2.5 million has been invested in specialized law enforcement officers, investigative equipment, and a canine unit within the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office. Data from the DEA also shows prescription opioid distribution declining across much of the 371 zip code region that covers large portions of Rutherford County. Meanwhile, a new investigative tool could help law enforcement agencies across Tennessee solve crimes faster, including cases here at home. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is expanding the use of rapid DNA testing technology, which can analyze certain evidence in about 2 hours. Assistant Special Agent Charlie Riley says the technology dramatically reduces the time investigators spend waiting on results compared to the traditional lab testing. Forensic Biology Manager Heather Lindsley says that the system can analyze DNA from sources like blood or mouth swabs, helping detectives quickly eliminate false leads, identify human remains, and deliver answers to families. Residents across Rutherford County are being warned about a surge in scams involving fake law enforcement calls. Murfreesboro police say a growing cryptocurrency scheme has already cost victims nearly $4 million, with many of those targeted being older adults. Fraud detectives report scammers are calling residents while pretending to be police officers, falsely claiming the victim missed a court appearance and now has a warrant for their arrest. Victims are then instructed to withdraw large amounts of cash and deposit the money into a Bitcoin ATM. Once the money is transferred into a cryptocurrency wallet, investigators say the funds are often moved within hours, making recovery extremely difficult. Murfreesboro Police fraud detective Tommy Massey says no legitimate law enforcement agency will ever demand money to dismiss a warrant. Authorities say many of the calls originate outside of the United States, with reported connections to several countries overseas. Meanwhile, a similar scam is also targeting residents across the county. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office says criminals are now spoofing the department's phone number, making it appear that calls are coming directly from deputies. In those cases, scammers claim the person missed a grand jury appearance and threatens arrest unless payment is made immediately. Officials stress that the calls are completely fraudulent. Deputies say law enforcement will never collect money over the phone to clear a warrant. Residents in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and across the county are urged to simply hang up if they receive one of these calls and report suspicious activity to local authorities. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com. You can also follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook, as well as X. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network. And I'll talk to you later.
Do your sinus infections always seem to come back no matter what you do? The pressure builds, the headaches drag on, the congestion makes it hard to sleep, hard to focus, hard to feel like yourself. Here's what most people don't actually know. Sinus infections keep coming back because your sinuses can't fully drain. That's why the pressure, the headaches, and the congestion keep coming back time and time again. Balloon sinuplasty gently opens your sinuses in a quick, in-office procedure so the infections can finally clear. At Murfreesboro Sinus Center, they've helped thousands of patients break free from the sinus infection cycle so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and finally feel like yourself again. Don't wait another season fighting sinus pain. Call Murfreesboro Sinus Center today at 615-649-4590 to see if balloon sinuplasty is right for you. Call 615-649-4590. That's 615-649-4590.
How did 3,000 athletes, half of whom are guys, go through 10,000 free condoms in 3 days? The Olympic Committee says it ran out because of higher than anticipated demand. If those athletes coupled off, that's like 7 condoms per day. Now, a lot of them do admit they just grabbed a bunch of souvenirs, and if the last Olympics are any indication, they'll also be listed on eBay for $125 a pop. Even Netflix knows we're watching movies while we're also swiping on our phones, which is why Instagram is getting into the movie business, sorta. They're planning to produce mini dramas for people with the attention span of a 2-year-old. Each cheesy 70-second episode ends with a cliffhanger, and the whole series can be wrapped up in less time than a movie. On this National Battery Day, an admission, because so many people take them out of the TV remote controls at hotels, most big chains have secretly added hidden fees to cover the cost of them. That's what's trending. I'm Christian Chase.
Money issues? There's someone local you can talk to. Financial Coaching Radio with certified financial planner Jason Qualls. Weekdays at 4 on News Radio WGNS. This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, we're counting down the days, just a couple of days before we head over to the Boys State Tournament. It actually begins tomorrow, but action for our local teams begins on Thursday, 9:15 in the morning on Thursday. Blackman will take on Whitehaven. We'll have that, so be sure to, well, it's 9:30 for the tip. We'll be on probably a little before 9:15, taking the roundtable time period. Then coming up at 3:45, we'll have Eagleville versus Pickett County. That'll be both here on WGNS. Any of our local teams, Blackman and Eagleville, win, they play on Friday. If they play on Friday and win, they will play on Saturday in the championship. And Middle Tennessee baseball begins this weekend as well. And some Lady Raiders are coming up either Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. They'll be taking on, they got a bye in the first round of the WNIT, so they await winners from the games that begin earlier this week, or later this week, I should say. That's a look at the latest local sports. We'll also begin our high school sports spring schedule coming up next week, so be sure to tune in for all of that right here on WGNS. Okay, that's it for the latest in local sports. We check news with Will Nunley, Access Tennessee.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Will Nunley. The National Weather Service says it was a tornado that struck Giles County late Sunday night. A storm survey team determined that an EF1 tornado touched down in an open field west of Ernest Street in Lauderdale County, Alabama, before crossing into Giles County. Its total path was about 14 miles, 10 of which were in Tennessee. It was 400 yards wide at its widest point. The tornado had a peak wind of 105 miles per hour, affecting homes in Bonnertown. Several homes were destroyed. No serious injuries were reported. The statewide average gasoline price has risen 31 cents over the past week to $3.34 now, according to AAA. That makes Tennessee the 9th least expensive market in the nation. It also makes the price 82 cents per gallon more expensive than just a month ago. AAA attributes the rise to the ongoing conflict in Iran. The most expensive fuel in the state is found in Memphis, while the least expensive is in Clarksville. More news in 30 seconds.
Let's welcome spring the right way with the 18th annual Blooming Arts Festival in Linden. Save the date because it's coming up soon, March 27th and 28th. You'll enjoy more than 200 art and craft booths along with delicious food and live entertainment. This festival is one of Tennessee's favorite springtime traditions, and we can't wait to see you there. March 27th and 28th in Linden for the Blooming Arts Festival.
Federal investigators say sprinklers and other fire protection systems were not present at the Accurate Energetics plant that exploded last October. A new report indicates the production process involved manual handling of highly sensitive materials at multiple stages. The massive explosion killed 16 employees and injured several others. The series of events caused the explosion have not been detailed. The blast destroyed Building 602, scattering debris more than 700 feet and producing a pressure wave reportedly felt over 20 miles. Will Nutley, Access Tennessee News.
This is Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Customized services.
We call it Happy Hiney Cream for a diaper rash.
To meet your needs.
We make that in our lab.
Custom medications.
For women's health, we specialize in hormone replacement therapy.
Specifically for you.
Compounds for weight loss.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding.
The liquid, suppository.
All to create medications for you.
We can flavor medications. We offer medical grade supplements.
Next to Toots on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by AmeriCare Pest Control and the law offices of John Day.
Here's Tom Sweat with AmeriCare Services Incorporated.
AmeriCare's moisture control services include mold testing, mold remediation, crawl space repair, vapor barrier, sump pump installation, radon testing, radon mitigation, and basement waterproofing. If there's something wrong in your crawl space or basement, we can probably help. Just ask for a free inspection.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated.
Now, Good Neighbor Events. Here's Bart Walker.
If you like to jog, here's something that you'll love. Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department's Coffee Marathon. There are 9 different routes, and you can make the runs at your leisure, anytime between now and May 31st. Get with Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department and sign up for the Coffee Marathon. If you're a Rutherford County student who's in the 4th through the 12th grades, you need to listen closely. The 4-H chick chain is getting ready to start, and each participant receives their chicks the week of April 13th. Call the Lane Agri-Park for more information about the 4-H chick chain. You need to sign up for the chick chain before March 31st. Phone the Red Cross at 800-RED-CROSS and make an appointment to give the gift of life. Don't throw away Old Glory. Bring your tattered American flags to WGNS and let the girls from BSA Troop 2019 at Trinity United Methodist Church retire it with dignity. Plus, we also recycle Bibles. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
At the Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street, we believe in more than just great deals. Every purchase you make helps Greenhouse Ministry serve over 70 families a day, offering hope and changing lives in our community. From name brand clothing to household items or even large appliances, you'll find everything you need at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, 100% of the proceeds go back to the ministry. Visit the Garden Patch Thrift Shop today across from the tall NHC building in downtown Murfreesboro, where shopping changes lives.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Kansas City Chiefs acquired quarterback Justin Fields and cash from the Jets for a 6th-rounder next year. The 49ers signed veteran wide receiver Christian Kirk, and former Pro Bowl defensive back Darius Slay retired. In the NBA, the Lakers won their 6th straight game, 100-92 at Houston. Player of the week in the West, Luka Doncic of LA scored 36 points. San Antonio took the late game at the Clippers, holding on 119-115. Spurs have won 18 of their last 20 games. games. Golden State was a winner at Washington, 125-117, 30 points off the bench for Kristaps Porzingis. Washington's now lost 12 straight, and Trae Young left with a bruised quad. Chicago sent Memphis to an 8th straight loss. Atlanta won its 10th in a row, beating Orlando, and Boston got 41 points from Jaylen Brown in a win over Phoenix. And in the World Baseball Classic, Venezuela beat Italy 4-2 in a semifinal.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is CBS Eye on Veterans. Navy veteran John Burrill served as a Navy Sea Air Rescue swimmer. Like every vet, he's got some incredible sea stories. And one occurred here in the States when he delivered critical supplies to an area devastated by a hurricane.
So we landed real tight and we got to give MREs and water to people. And there was this gnarly sailor dude, like Vietnam vet era dude, long hair. He looked like ZZ Top or a biker dude. And he came right up to me in the middle of Rotor Wash and he goes, "It's good to see some of my Navy boys out here." And he gave me this huge handshake where like you grab the forearm instead of the hand. And dude, he had this massive anchor on his forearm. And I was like, this is cool.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth and investigate true crime cases. 48 Hours, CBS Saturday, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Andrew from Detroit asks, I've heard it said to have a bridge account of 2 to 5 years of expenses before entering retirement. Do you agree with this? If so, should all the money just be held in a money market account or a CD? Or should only a year or two be held at the bank and the rest in brokerage funds? Andrew, I'm definitely a believer in having safe, accessible cash, but 5 years feels a bit extreme. I usually say 2 years. Anything beyond that should probably be invested in a balanced account. Otherwise, you'll eventually lose out to inflation.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
One thing is very clear.
CBS Mornings is clearly fun.
Watching Rocky with Rocky.
Morning, good vibes.
Gail came in singing for me today.
CBS Mornings.
Weekdays at 7.
Where is the best barbecue in town? At 1920 East Main. The best barbecue for miles around is in 1920 East Main. You can buy it by the pound, sandwich, platter, or plate. No matter what you choose, it will taste great. You can come with a friend, by yourself, or with a date. Just lick the Pig Barbecue. Barbecue pork, beef, or chicken. Brunswick stew. Great sides. Lunch specials. Down-home atmosphere. And they cater. Slick Pig Barbecue. It's the best.
When you turn to Turner Security, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door.
Security, access control, cameras, and much more for your business and home. No long-term contract. We keep your business because we did a great job, not because you signed a 5-year agreement. One call does it all for your security and technology needs. Online at turnersecurity.us. That's turnersecurity.us.
Turn to Turner Security.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Well, Rutherford Issues has been brought to you in part by Middle Tennessee Electric. If you've recently changed your phone number or maybe your email, be sure to update your details at MTE.com. It's the best way for MTE to reach you quickly with important updates. Well, that's going to do it here for the program today. Thank you so very much for joining in. And until next time, take care out there.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro family.